Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Jain. I welcome you all to my channel Tech Journey with Ankit. In today's video, we will see how we can set up a data cloud org. Today's video will be again a foundational video for our new series that I am planning to start on my channel, that is the data cloud series. Again, what we are learning today here is how we can set up a free data cloud org. Again, I'll not be explaining the concepts in this video. I will be setting up the data cloud org by following certain steps. I will be explaining those concepts, what I am doing one after the other in the upcoming video. But this video you folks can take as a foundational video where I will be putting up how you can navigate inside the data cloud, what all the different entities that we do have in the data cloud. And also in this video, whatever we will be doing, we are using that data in the upcoming video. For example, we will see in the upcoming video how to invoke an APIs of a data cloud, how to make a API call to the data cloud objects. So all those further things that you will see in the upcoming video. So this video will be the foundational knowledge where we only see how to set up the data cloud by following the certain steps in our free environment. So without further delay, we can get started. Again, in case you folks like to have one-to-one connect with me, you can do that on the top mate. Moreover, on the top mate, I have put one book. This is ebook related to the data cloud that you guys can download. If you go to my TopMate profile, you will see the one book, Discover Data Cloud Fundamentals. In this book, there are lots of basic concepts that I tried to explain what related to the data cloud. You will get a proper understanding with a very layman language, the different terminologies that we do have in the data cloud. Again, the series that I am planning to run on the data cloud, we will go over these topics in more detail. But in case you guys are planning to prepare for the data cloud consultant certification, or you guys are planning to appear for any interview, because nowadays in most of the interviews data cloud is the hot topic. So I hope you folks will bound this book very helpful to go over the concepts to understand the topic in very detail. In this book, I tried to explain in a very layman language from a very basic, like what is data cloud, to the till advanced concepts like how to make an API call to the data cloud from the Apex. I hope you folks found this book helpful. In addition to that, there are a few other books which are available on the TopMed, which is again very much popular. For example, the interview guide, certification, preparation for the admin, and the LWC notes. In case you folks have followed the bootcamp, you guys can see those LWC notes here. Now, in case you folks like to connect with me in a community where the like-minded people do discuss the queries related to the Salesforce, please join this Telegram channel as well. So what all different things that we will be doing it today. Again, I'm iterating in this video. I'll not be explaining any concepts. I will only help you to navigate into the data cloud. So for that, we will go and first set up the data cloud in our org. The data cloud org that we are setting, it will only be available for a week. So make sure that whenever you have to learn something new, you are always coming back to this video, setting up the data cloud by following the steps that I have put up on the slide. Setting up the data cloud, it will not take more than 15-20 minutes for you. So let's get started. So the very first thing, I'm navigating to the Trailhead module. This is the free module that Salesforce offer, with the help of which we can go and create the data cloud org. First, you have to make sure that you are logged in into the Trailhead org. So I'm navigating here, clicking on the Trailhead button and logging in into the module. Now, once you logged in, what you can do, you can go and take this option. I can receive a password reset email on the email address with which your Trailhead module is connected. Take the option of create playground. Salesforce will take some time to create the playground. Once that has been done, you can expect an email in your email box. So let's go and see whether we have received the email or not. Generally, it is quite quick. So let's go and see. You guys can see that I am getting an org ready. Again, it is asking me to reset the password. So I am clicking on this button to reset the password, taking the option to reset the password here, and putting a new password, and click on the change password button. Now you guys can see that I do have an org ready, and in that org, I do have the data cloud as well. If you click on the app launcher, you guys will see that I do have the data cloud available as one of the app where you can see the different tabs. These tabs are only available for the data cloud application, like the data streams. This is something whenever you are bringing up the data from any external system, Salesforce do create the data stream and the data lake. Whatever the entities that you are creating, you can get it mapped to the data model. That is the standard Salesforce data model. It's also referred as a 360 data model. You do have the data explorer as another tab where you can go and make the queries of the data lake object, data stream object, or the data model object. I personally don't prefer the data explorer because I am kind of a programmer, so I do prefer the query editor instead of the data explorer. It does the near about same thing, but in a much better way. I do have more control in the query editor as compared to the data explorer. Then you do have the Einstein Studio. This is the one place solution in case you want to bring your external models inside the Salesforce, and the other things like how you go and generate the unified profile, how to access the unified profile, how to make the insights from that data that you are bringing in, what all different actions that can be performed. All those things can be done from here. In our series, we will be deep diving into each and every step in very detail. Do let me know if you folks are excited to learn more about the data cloud in the upcoming days. Now, for the time being, what I will do, I will navigate here and I will go and install the Coral Cloud package as I put it on my slide. So very first thing that we have done, we have created the Coral Cloud application. Sorry, we have created the data cloud app. Let me go and refresh this. Right. And now we go and install this page. Sorry, we go and install this package in my app. Again, I will put all those links in the video description so you folks can check it out from there. So what you have to do to install the package, you have to get that package link, navigate to your URL and paste that link here. Control V and press enter. Salesforce will ask for the confirmation for the package installation. So do select the install for admin only and install that package. Take the yes grant, click on continue. So we are installing the Coral Cloud application in our data cloud org. Again, we will be using this application in our learning purpose down the line. So we need that application here. After that, once the application has been installed, then there is a one permission set that will get installed. That is the Coral Cloud permission set. We have to assign that permission set to the user. So let's wait until the Coral Cloud application gets installed. So it takes around 1 or 2 minutes for me to install this application. Now the installation is complete. I'm clicking on the done button. As I said, I have to go and assign the permission set. So I will look into the quick find, navigate to the permission set. And here I will be look for the Coral Cloud permission set that I have to assign. So here you guys can see there's a Coral Cloud permission set which is available. I will be assigning this permission set to the admin user. So I'm clicking on the manage assignment button to assign that permission set, selecting the user. There is no assignment yet. So clicking on the add assignment to add the assignment, selecting the user and clicking on next, clicking on assign. Now the permission set has been assigned. As a part of next step, what I will do now, I will go and add the sample data to my application. To do that, you have to click on the app launcher and here you have to look for the data import. You can see sample data import. So navigate to that application and in that application you will found one import tab where we do have one button. So what you have to do here is simply click on this button and it will import the sample data in your application. Now the sample data is also imported. Now what we have to do as a part of next step, we have to install the data kit. Again, what is data kit? It's more a data cloud term again. For the data cloud, if you have to install any package, it is referred as the data kit. Typically, whenever you guys worked on the data cloud, you manually go and get the data streams. Then you will the data lakes will be created. After that, you will do the mapping from the data lake to data model. As I said, we will be using this org for a fast track learning purpose, right? And I will be revisiting this org again and again. So I don't want to perform all those manual steps again and again. Again, how to create the data stream, how to create the data lake objects manually. I will be covering this in the upcoming session. But considering this video, as I want to do some fast tracking, I want my data cloud org should be set up as fast as possible because this org will be available to me only for a week. So what I will be doing, I will be installing the data kit. This data kit, after the installation, it will quickly create the data lakes and the data model along with the mapping for me. So let's navigate to the org like we install any other package. We have to go and install this kit. So again, what I am doing, I am removing everything from here and keeping till force.com and then pasting that package link and clicking on enter. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. Here I go. And then enter. Sometimes you guys can see that whenever we do copy and paste, you guys might also experience a similar kind of a thing. When you do the copy and paste from the YouTube, some garbage character gets added in the URL. So in case you folks are getting the similar kind of an error, make sure that you are removing those garbage characters from the percent symbol and then place enter one more time so that you will be navigated to the correct URL. If you folks encounter this kind of an error, make sure that just tweak your URL to remove the percent symbol and then again make sure that the admins are selected and click on the install button one more time. Again, within 1 or 2 minutes my package is installed, right? I'm clicking on the done button one more time. So I have installed the data kit. Now with this data kit, what I will do, I will go and create the data streams. So for that, again, I am navigating to the data cloud application to do that. Navigating to the data stream. Now let me go and click on the new button to create the data stream. I'm taking the option here as a Salesforce CRM. Okay, because I want to get the data from the Salesforce CRM. So I'm taking that option, clicking on next. From here, I will be selecting the kit that just now I have installed. So the kit that I have installed, it will be get loaded in a minute. Here you can see this is the kit that I have loaded, that is getting loaded, that I have just now installed. I am selecting the kit, clicking on the next button. Right, again, because we are installing the kit, all the selections are predefined in my kit. Accordingly, the fields are also selected, so I don't have to make any change. I am clicking on next. Right, so it is bringing the contact data of profile category, and I'm clicking on the deploy button so that the stream will be created. Now my stream is created. Again, the status is still processing. Meanwhile, we will check whether the data lake object is created or not. You guys can see that data lake object is also created. And again, as we are using the data kit, the data model will also be created. Typically, we have to go and do the data mapping, and then the data models will be available. Here you guys can see that because we are using the kit, which is more like a package, it is already available. So what this data stream is doing at a very higher level, this data stream, it is bringing the contacts from the related org. Which related org? If you have to go and figure it out, you have to navigate to the data cloud setup. And in the data cloud setup, you will see there's the option for the Salesforce CRM, right? So if you navigate here to the Salesforce CRM, you will see that from which CRM application it is bringing the data. If you want to bring the data from your CRM application, simply click on the new button, connect your own CRM application here. If it is a sandbox or a developer org or a production org, you can get it connected here. And once it has been connected, you can also bring the data from that application by creating the data stream. But if you are doing it, you have to follow more steps. As we are using the kit, we have done that in a very limited step. What I want to do here is I also want to load the data in that data stream so that I can make a query and figure it out whether it has been loaded successfully or not. To do that, I'm clicking on this icon, and here you guys can see we do have the refresh now button. Again, this process will take around a minute or two to load the data. Here you can see that the last run status is pending. Once the data will be available, the status will change to available. So let's wait for the data gets loaded. You guys can see that 156 records are loaded, and the status here is success. Now, if you want, you can check what kind of data has been loaded. As what we are doing, we are mapping this data into the standard data model. So the contact records will be available into the individual data model. So let's navigate to the individual data model and check whether the records are available or not. You can navigate to the query editor and create your workspace. So here I am putting the new workspace that I am creating, where I can go and write down my queries. So here I will be putting the individual workspace and clicking on save. Now in this workspace, you can write down your SQL queries. Again, Data Cloud is the place, folks, in case you don't know, where we write down the SQL queries, not the SOQL queries. Okay, so here the star operator and everything will work. So as I have to write down the query on the individual object, to use the query editor, just drag that particular object and put it up here. The reason we are doing this, they have mentioned here as well, it will help you to auto complete the context. So you don't have to go and remember all the object names and the field name. So for example, here I want to use the individual. I can use it. I want whatever the fields that I want to query. For example, first name, last name. Sorry, this is last modified that. Let's say I want to get the last name. I can directly go and query those fields. I again, there is no need to put the limit, but let's say for the safer side, I am putting the limit here and clicking on the run query. I can see whether the records are loaded in my data model or not. So till data model part, we have loaded the data successfully. Now in the upcoming videos, we will see how we can go and make this query using the Postman, because many external systems nowadays wants to connect to the data cloud. Even your Salesforce CRM systems also, they are dumping the data into the data cloud and now they wants to make a query. So again, Postman is the tool that we will be using in the upcoming video, where we will go and fetch the data from the data cloud. And in the next video, we will see how we can go and make this query from the Apex classes as well. Okay, so this is for our upcoming videos. I hope you folks like the idea for this video. This video is only for the understanding how to set up the data cloud. This setup we will be using in our upcoming videos again and again. So make sure that you folks are following this video and hit the subscribe button. Again, if you like the concept of the data cloud that I am explaining and excited about the series that I am bringing in on this channel. Moreover, don't miss to check out these books. I personally feel that you folks will find these books very helpful, which is available on the top mat. For the time being, thank you. Have a good time.